The Western countries, they believe in time. Here also buses are late like India. Then I asked somebody, why the bus is late? He said, what? Bus already came and left. Huh? Exactly 3:35 it came. For 1 minute only it stops. 3:36 went. My watch was late by 2 minutes only. 2 minutes cost me so much. From that time I keep my watch 2 minutes ahead. Keep the ahead time 2 minutes ahead. 2 minutes is very important because we are calculating always, oh, there is so much of time. I was late by 1 minute, I missed the bus. So that is why we must be punctual. But ultimate analysis, punctuality has to be maintained, is very important. We have to learn this from the Western countries. But punctuality is only one part of time management. There are various other techniques of time management which we will discuss after the tea. Let us have a cup of tea. Thank you. We have met earlier? We have met earlier or not? Not. Eh?
सर आप तो थोड़ा हिंदी में बोल सकते हो तो इसको ज़्यादा
हिंदी में? हाँ जरूर.
हर एक बात हम समझ नहीं सकते पूरा.
But I thought मेरे को इंग्लिश में बोलने को बोला. मैं तो हिंदी में बढ़िया बोल सकता हूँ पर मेरे को इंग्लिश में बोलने का बोला.
50% people also in Hindi.
Oh. What I will do is that, I'll finish my talk quickly in English and then we'll have question answer in Hindi. That will be better.
हिंदी में बोल सकते हो तो
I will repeat this in Hindi, but first of all let me finish in English. For those who are in English, it's okay. I will finish in English, then I will start in Hindi. Okay? I will repeat the same thing.
Thank you.
Huh? Very good. All of you got this paper? A to Z of time management. Please take out the paper. So, નથી આવ્યું? કમો મારી પાસે છે એક કોપી છે. અલ્યો. So, in the first session, we have seen that time management is not only managing the 24 hours a day, but it is the time management of the whole lifetime, if not other lives to come. And we have to have the goal of life fixed so that at the end of the day, we don't have any regrets that we did not utilize the time available with us during the whole life. Similarly, I told you about time deposit. 86,400 seconds are deposited in everybody's account in the morning. At the end of the day, we should analyze ourselves how much time we have utilized properly and how much we have wasted. So we come to the techniques of time management of utilizing every second of the 86,400 seconds. And the first technique is analyze. And this is the most important technique, as I told you. This is gist of time management. Analyzing the priorities of our life, analyze the importance of the activities that we want to give, we want to finish within the limited time. That is the secret or the crux of the whole of time management. First of all, analyze how much time we are wasting, how much time we are utilizing. Second, setting up the priorities of life. What is the goal of our life? What is the ultimate goal? Then what is the long-term goal? what is the short term goal, and depending on that we have to plan our activities. So analyzing is very important, how much time we have wasted, how to utilize the time properly, what are the items which requires more of our attention, which are more important, which are more urgent. This is what we will have to find out. So if you analyze properly, you will find out there are 4 types of activities we are doing. 4 types of activities. First priority should be given to the first type of activity. What is that first type? Their first type is the activities which are important, at the same time urgent. Second type is the activities are important but not so urgent. Third type of activity, not important but urgent. Fourth type of activity, neither urgent nor important. Unless until you analyze like this, you will not be able to utilize your time fully. So number 1 is, so it is like this, I will make a chart. So this is first, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I am not good at writing on the board. After a long time I am writing. So I always prefer that the information goes directly from one laptop to another laptop through Bluetooth. Rather than going to the blackboard. So this is the one, the items which are urgent and important. Second item is important and not urgent. This is urgent, sorry, this is not urgent. Not urgent. So item important, urgent, important, not urgent, then urgent but this is not important. So this is not important but urgent, not important, not urgent. Okay? These are the 4 types of activities. So our aim should be to go first of all, supposing we have limited time, first go for items which are important, urgent. Second priority should be items which are important, maybe not urgent. Third priority, it is urgent though not important. And fourth, neither urgent nor important. That is the fourth. If you have time left, of course you should go for these activities. Now, what are the items which are important and urgent? That you will find out for yourself. If there is a call from the boss, you must go. Otherwise, you will lose the job. If some crisis is developed, कहीं आग लग गई, if there is a fire, that is urgent and important. Then there is some important meeting, some deadlines, some pressing issues. You will find out the urgent, important items for yourself, analyze them. First you try to do that when you start the day, and try to do these items early in the morning. Before the people start interfering, before the telephone calls start interfering, do most important, most urgent items in the morning itself. You have finished your viva and you have finished your thesis and whatever writing and everything in the morning itself. So at the end of the day, you don't have to regret, अरे असली item तो रह गई, बाकी सब हो गया. So you should not have any regrets. After you have finished the urgent and important item, now you go for the important item, may not be urgent, but you must do it. What are those? For example, planning, preparation, prevention, relationship building. There are so many items. One item I will say that you must do as the second priority is sharpening the saw. You must have read the book of Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The 7th habit is very important. What is the 7th habit? Sharpening the saw. There was a woodcutter. He was cutting the trees, and a passerby saw that the man is perspiring, very much tired, and the axe with which he is cutting has also lost its, the saw has also lost its sharpness. So he was a nice man. He gave him a very friendly advice. My dear friend, you have been perspiring. I can see you are so much tired, and the axe has also lost its sharp edge. So I will give you a piece of advice. Why don't you take a little rest? Take a little rest, freshen up yourself, sharpen the saw, and then you start cutting the woods. Then do you know what that person replied, woodcutter? He gave the same reply what we normally give. He gave reply, what is that? हाँ, जो बताया वो तो बहुत अच्छा किया, मैं भी बहुत थक गया हूँ, परंतु क्या करूँ, टाइम कहाँ है? इतना सारा पेड़ काटने का है, टाइम कहाँ है? What you are telling is true. I also feel like taking rest, but you know so many trees have to be cut. Where is the time to take rest? Where is the time to sharpen the saw? My dear friend, if you sharpen the saw, you will be able to cut more trees. This simple equation we do not know. When you are told, when I tell the youngsters, please read the books of Swami Vivekananda every day 5 minutes. I also want to, but where is the time? The trump card they bring out. Where is the time? You fool, if you start reading the book for 5 minutes, any inspiring book, whether Vivekananda by anybody, but if you read inspiring books, you will get positive thinking, your depression will be over, you will be getting new energy. With that mental energy, you will be able to do 10 times more job. By sharpening the saw, you will be able to cut more trees in less time. Sharpen the saw. We must give some time for sharpening the saw. We must have meditation, prayer, and inspiring reading books. We may be very busy 24 hours, and even if you work 24 hours, work will always be left behind, because already you are doing not important, not urgent work so much, there is no time left for important work, though it may not be urgent, but it is important. It is not necessary that you do it today, necessary that you should urgently, but it is necessary. So, second priority, important, not urgent. Third priority, not important job, but urgently. For example, some interruption has come, some email has come, you must reply, though it is not important, from not that important, but it is urgent, so you give the reply and shake off, otherwise 10 more calls will come and interrupt you. You better finish it off. It will help you in time management. Fourth is neither urgent nor important. What is that? You know very well. Neither important nor urgent. Chatting with the friends over phone, or internet cheating, chatting, going together. You know, they both to go together. I give you real example. Real example, one girl, she was doing internet chatting, and then naturally it then resulted in so-called love. And then it was arranged that she should get married to him. She has never seen him, chatting only. And so later on it was arranged. Then now the boy must be seen by the parents, otherwise the parents will not allow the girl. So the boy came to Ahmedabad, and the parents, they were not happy, but okay, if you do not want to listen to us, okay, you get married. Now it is the turn, the parents must see the girl. So the girl says, you bring the parents or I go there. Wait. Now she was getting impatient. So one day she telephoned. From the other end, a female voice came. Who are you? Who are you? I am the wife of that person whom you want to talk. Huh? Already he has a wife. Then she discovered, yes, already he has married 6 months back. Then she told him, you did not tell you got married. I wanted to tell, but I thought your heart will break, so I could not say. My God, heart is already broken. And 6 months, and he is going on. For last 6 months he is cheating. Yes, I will come, my parents will come, don't worry. He is already going on with those things. So internet cheating, chatting going good together. So time wasters, gossiping, and excess TV, phone calls, so many other things. So you find out for yourself. So this analyzing is the most important item. Now we come to second, bite as much as you can chew. Bite as much as you can chew. Some people want to ride 2 horses at a time. But some people, they want to ride 10 horses at a time, and they fall down and they get injured and they weep. What happened? Why did you ride 10 horses? Ride 1 horse at a time. Do one thing at a time. I don't mind doing 10 times, but do one thing at a time. Particularly the modern youth, they are so ambitious, they want to do so many things at the same time. What are you doing? I am appearing for the entrance examination. For what? For engineering, this and that, and IIT and other. Next day, again, what are you doing? After few days, what are you appearing? I am appearing for entrance for medical. Are you were appearing for this one? No, I want to appear for all. कौन सा लग जाए कुछ ठीक नहीं है. Papa says you become engineer, Mummy says you become doctor, so I am appearing for both. Then you come in the evening, I will give you a nice book. No time for reading. Why in the evening? What I do? I am doing dancing class. My maternal uncle has told you must do dancing. You have got good talent. Okay, then you come at night. No, night I have got another class, French learning. But French, why do you want to learn? Do you want to go to France? Kabhi काम आएगा. Take up so many jobs, and how to manage time? Then weeping and failing in all. I don't mind you are learning a French. First you finish your entrance. Engineering में नहीं होगा medical, तो दूसरे engineering में होगा. But why do you want to go to medical? You first of all find out for yourself which one you want, and why do you want to waste your energy in entering for and joining neither of them. सबसे बड़ा मजा ये है कि appearing सब में हो गया, सब में पास भी होने के बाद एक भी ज्वाइन नहीं किया, दूसरा ही ज्वाइन कर लिया जिसमें नहीं appear किया. So that means we do not know what do we want to do. इसने कहा अच्छा ये करो, उसने कहा ये करो, इसने कहा वो करो, अब बाद में क्या हुआ? गधा गया पानी में. You know the story? स्टोरी है, मालूम है कि नहीं? हाँ, बाप और बेटा. बाप और बेटा गधा लेके जा रहे थे. गधे को लेकर के बाजार में गए, वहां पर, और सब लोग हंसने लग गए. बोले क्या तुम जानते नहीं हो गधे पर चढ़ना चाहिए, गधे को ले जा रहे हो ऐसा करके. तो बाप ने चढ़ा. थोड़ी देर बाद बोले बाप कैसा है, बेचारा लड़का पैदल चल रहा है और बाप गधे पर बैठा है, ये गधा है ना बाप है. तो फिर बाद में वो बाप उतरा, अरे भाई ये तुम चढ़ो. लड़के को बैठाया. सब लोगों ने थोड़ी देर बाद कहा अरे बेटा है ना, गधा है. बाप बेचारा चल रहा है बूढ़ा, तू बैठा है, अब क्या करें. तो अब दोनों चढ़े तो बोले अरे ये बेचारे गधे की ऐसी हालत कर दी, तुम लोगों ने थोड़ा तो दया रखो. तब तक में तो गधा इतना थक गया था कि वो बैठ गया. अब क्या करे. अब दोनों उठाया गधा अपने कंधे पर और ब्रिज क्रॉस कर रहे थे. उतनी देर में गधा इतना डर गया कि कूदा और सीधा पानी में. ये है हमारी हालत, गधा गया पानी में. दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस when we listen to so many people. You must have something. You bite as much you can chew. जितना तुमसे होता है करो. 24 घंटे से ज्यादा तो मिलने वाला नहीं है, उसी में तुमको करना है. अरे मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम डांसिंग क्लास मत करो, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम्हारे हॉबी मत रखो. यू कीप समथिंग हॉबी सम टाइम, but you want to learn guitar also, you want to go for Kathak also, you want to go for this also, then you want to have this also, and that also today only. आज ही रातों रात, एक रात में हमको करोड़पति बनना है. इंस्टेंट सक्सेस चाहिए, नहीं तो इंस्टेंट डेथ. बस एवरीथिंग इंस्टेंट. इंस्टेंट कॉफी, instant samadhi, instant success, नहीं तो instant death, और आत्महत्या कर लो, suicide. Now this is the tragedy of the young people. So why this is happening? Because over ambitious. We must be ambitious, we must have dream, but fulfill one dream, then second dream, third dream. You have got 1000 dreams. How can you fulfill one at a time? Have one dream, fulfill it, second dream. You must, your eyes towards the sky, but your feet should be grounded on earth. Otherwise you will go. So bite as much as you can chew. You feel like chewing everything, but control yourself. Chew as much, bite as much as you can chew. Don't bite all at a time and then you are not able to chew. And you are not able to manage anything, and then no time management expert can tell you, because if you are chewing, if you are biting so much, you cannot chew. Which आपको 2 दिन 24 घंटे वाला 48 घंटा भी देने से आपको कम पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप बोले और दूसरा 4 कोर्स कर लेंगे आप. प्रॉब्लम तो वही रहने वाला है. Same problem will remain. So bite as much you can chew, and you have to do analysis as to what you want actually really in life, as I told you, and then you do. I don't mind. You may have many things, many items on agenda, but do one thing at a time. Again go to next, again go to next. एक साथ गधे पर ज्यादा बाप बेटे को दोनों को मत बैठाओ, और लोग क्या कहते उस पर क्या मत करो. पापा ने कहा ये, मम्मी ने कहा ये, आंटी ने कहा ये, अंकल ने कहा वो, सबका बात सुनोगे तो कुछ कहीं नहीं होगा. यू लिसन, सब सुनो सबकी, करो मन की. You listen to everybody, analyze yourself and try to do what is right without bothering about how people criticize you. और लोगों के criticism के ऊपर ध्यान दोगे, you will not get success. इसीलिए कबीर ने कहा, हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुन को दुर्भाव नहीं, निंदे चाहे संसार. When the elephant goes, dogs bark, but the elephant does not even look at them. So when somebody criticizes, first of all, you must understand you are following the truth. You are following the right path. If you are following the right path by analyzing, yes, I am on the right path, and if people criticize you, don't look at them. Dogs are barking, but don't tell them that you are dogs, otherwise there will be a problem. Inside your mind, you should feel dogs are barking, I am an elephant, I will not look at them. So don't mind criticism. You take whatever advice, analyze, and then try to follow the advice, and if they are criticizing unnecessarily, don't give any importance to that. Otherwise you will be landing up in so many activities simultaneously, and you will not be able to handle all the 10 horses at a time, and you will fall down. Now the next is combine the activities. C, combine the activities. This is very important task. Already you are doing to a certain extent, but you consciously try to do. For example, you are going in a car. You put down a CD of music, enjoy music, at the same time you are driving. After all, when you are driving, or even when you are going by car, you cannot do anything. Of course, many people do. Most of my work is done in travel only. I have my office with me, and so that time only I finish my office work, I might do my reading and all that during traveling. So supposing if you are traveling, along with traveling you can do reading, you can do listening to music, you can attend to SMS, you can do SMS, you can attend to calls, internet, chatting with your laptop. So many things you can do while you are traveling. This I am giving an example. Supposing if you are cooking, now you don't have to go into the fire and cook. Fire is doing the cooking. You put the pressure cooker. What you will do? You are not going to do pressure cook. Pressure cooker will itself do the same thing. So by that time, you roll the chapatis. By the time the other things are boiled, your rolled chapatis were, then you bake them. So you have saved your time. Likewise, there are so many activities you see for yourself which can be combined. But don't combine meditation with driving. Otherwise, you will end up in a hospital. So there are certain activities which should not be combined. If you are driving and you start meditating with closed eyes, your eyes will remain closed forever. And others' eyes will remain closed forever. सामने वाला जिसके टक्कर होगा वो भी जाएगा. So you try to find out what are the activities which can be combined. But combining the activities is very, very important. D, delegate. Delegation is very important. So you see, we want to do so many things at a time. What are the alternatives? Either we reduce our activities. Second item is delegate your responsibilities, delegate your work. But normally we don't want to delegate, particularly those who are perfectionists. They don't want to delegate because they think they are the most perfect people. Nobody else will do the same job with so much perfection, and so waiting for so everything they want to do themselves, and ultimately they cannot manage so many activities within 24 hours, and they feel lot of tension and they are not able to do. So what we should do at that time, we should try to delegate. If your activities are more, you should try to delegate. If you delegate, then your load will be reduced. But some people don't want to delegate because they are perfectionists, because they are too efficient, and they are thinking that other people are not so efficient, and so they do not delegate. There are second type of people who do not delegate because they are not efficient themselves. So they feel if this fellow will do more work efficiently, he will take my job. So they feel they are competitors, and if my subordinate will do the job nicely, I will lose my job. He will be my competitor. So they purposely do not delegate. And the Peters principle comes. What is the Peters principle of management? That is, a boss who is inefficient, who is incompetent, will always like to have two incompetent subordinates. Why two? He wants incompetent subordinate. Why? Because if he is a competent subordinate, there is a danger of competition. Someday he will take up his job. So he wants an incompetent boss, wants an incompetent subordinate. But he does not want one, he wants two, so that both will fight among themselves and his position will remain safe. And these two incompetent subordinates again require two more subordinates each. So likewise the whole organization becomes full of incompetent people. It starts from the top. So that is why this incompetent boss will never like to delegate. But if you are competent, you should not be shaky in delegating the responsibility. But there are three things you must know before you delegate. Number one, whom to delegate. Number two, when to delegate. Number three, how to delegate. Otherwise, it will not work. Number one, whom to delegate. You must give responsibility to those who are efficient. Those not only efficient, remember, second thing is whether they are loyal to you. If they are not loyal, they will go out of the way and they will create problems for you. So these two things must be seen. Whom to delegate? The people who are loyal to you. Second, more important, less important but equally important, are they sincere and efficient? That is second. If these two things are there, you delegate. But when to delegate? That is when you are having too much of work and we are not able to handle yourself, then you delegate. How to delegate? When you delegate some certain responsibility, you must delegate authority. Delegation of responsibility without authority is of no use. You want to have power for yourself and you want somebody else to do the work. That will not work. You have to share your responsibilities. At the same time, you have to share your authority also. You have to share your power also. You have to give him some power. You have to empower him with the proper type of authority. Not only that, if you find the person is not equally competent, you have to train him, give proper training, and then you give delegation. Then it will work, and you will find you are able to do 10 times more work with the same time available because 10 people are there to share your work. So delegation is very important. E, eliminate. न रहेगा बांस, न बजेगी बांसुरी. You are trying to save time by efficiently doing the activity which is not necessary. So why should you take 10 minutes? You say, I have done the work in 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes. But that activity was not needed. So even 10 minutes is a waste. I will give an example. There was a monastery the monk of the head monk was very compassionate. So there was a cat which used to remain in the ashrama. So the head monk made a rule that as soon as the bell rings for food, first of all some food should be given to the cat, and then only all will take the food. Now he made a rule, and every day religiously some or the other monk will take the food, and there was a spot where they will keep the food, and then they will start eating after the bell. Now it so happened that the cat died. It so happened that the head monk also died. But even and today, religiously, those monks are putting that food there in that spot. Now, do you think it is necessary? So what you should do, eliminate that activity, isn't it? So find out, and we are doing the same thing. You are thinking, oh, they are foolish people, the cat has died, the man has died, and yet they are following the same rule. We are doing the same thing. If you analyze, you will find we are doing certain activities which are absolutely not needed. हाँ, हिंदी में वो जो एक आश्रम का मठ के अध्यक्ष थे, उन्होंने एक नियम बनाया था कि वो जो बिल्ली आश्रम में रहती है उसको रोज खाना देना. तो रोज घंटी बजती थी, तो जैसी घंटी बजती थी पहले बिल्ली के लिए खाना रख देते थे, एक जगह थी वहां पर खाना रखते थे, फिर बाद में सब लोग खाते थे. अब वो आश्रम के अध्यक्ष स्वामी जी तो मर गए, गुजर गए, बिल्ली भी मर गई, पर आज तक वो लोग साधु लोग घंटी बजती है, घंटी बजने के बाद खाना लेते हैं, उस जगह पर खाना रखते हैं और फिर खाने बैठते हैं. बिल्ली भी नहीं है और कुछ नहीं है. तो इज इट नेसेसरी? क्या जरूरी है? इसको दूर कर दो तो तुम्हारा उतना टाइम बच जाएगा, है कि नहीं? खाना उतना, बिल्ली के लिए खाना बनाना, बिल्ली का खाना वहां पर देना अलग जगह से, ये सब जरूरी नहीं था. पर हम लोग का हैबिट ही ऐसा है कि एक ढर्रे में आ गए, बस चला तो चला. हम लोग सोचते नहीं कि ये एक्टिविटी पहले जरूर थी, अभी उसका जरूरत नहीं है. बिल्ली तो मर गई, अभी काय को खाना देते हो? सिमिलरली बहुत सारी एक्टिविटी हम लोग करते. सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज आर देयर. इफ यू एनालाइज, यू विल फाइंड आउट these activities are no longer needed. They were needed yesterday, but they are not longer needed, no longer needed, and yet we are doing the same activity. Find out for yourself and eliminate those activities. Immediately will get so much of time available for you. Then next is goodbye to gossiping. Oh, focus. Focus is very important. You must focus. Go outside. Take a piece of paper, put it under the sun. What happens? Nothing happens. Put a convex lens over the paper. What happens? Paper gets. Why? Because the rays are focused. So when the sun rays are focused, the paper burns, which got tremendous power. Similarly, when our mind is focused, we can do more work in a short time. Arjuna was asked the question, what are you seeing? What did he reply? I am seeing the eye of the parrot, not even the parrot. But what happens with us? We are seeing eyes of the parrot, we are seeing the parrot, we are also seeing the tree, and what we see, we are seeing what is beyond tree also. And that is why we are not successful. So, Ralph Waldo Emerson, a great American thinker, says the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. जीवन के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में सफलता का रहस्य मन की एकाग्रता, फोकसिंग करना, कंसंट्रेशन करना. दैट इज द सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस. इसीलिए स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा, दैट इज वाई स्वामी विवेकानंद सेड, इफ आई हैव टू डू एजुकेशन और अगेन, आई विल नॉट अंडरगो द प्रेजेंट सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लर्न हाउ टू कंट्रोल माई माइंड, हाउ टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट माई माइंड, देन आई कैन डू 10 hours वर्क इन 1 hour. I can do anything. Information I can have at my own will. Information is not a big deal. Now at that time Swamiji said, education is not the amount of information that goes into your brain and runs undigested all your life. Then what is education? Education is being and becoming. And more so important nowadays for us, because even now information available in the Google search, go and click and the whole information you get. So education is not only information. then what it is? It is controlling the mind, the ability to control the mind, ability to concentrate the mind. And Swamiji said, if I have to do education or again, I will not undergo the present system of education. First I will learn how to control my mind, how to concentrate my mind, how to focus my mind, and then information I can have at my own will. You see, such a power, tremendous power of concentration he had, Swamiji had, yet he wanted more. I will give you one example. You know, in Belumat, that is our headquarters. Belumat is our headquarters near Calcutta by the side of the Ganges. If you go there, you must visit the main temple of Ramakrishna, then other temples are there, then Swami Vivekananda temple where Swamiji's body was cremated, and behind the main temple you will find two-storied building. On the first floor there is a room of Swami Vivekananda. That room has been preserved as it is, as it was the time of Swamiji, his table, his chair, his turban, his clothes, his musical instrument, everything as it is Swamiji is still there. In the same room, Swamiji lived in Belumat, and on 4 July 1902, he passed away in the same room at night, 9 o'clock, while meditating, he left his body. But before he died, a few months back, he was sitting in his room and he was reading a book. The name of the book is Encyclopedia Britannica. At that time, his disciple came. The name of the disciple, Sharat Chandra Chakravarti. He writes in his diary that when I went there, Swamiji was reading this book. And so many volumes are there, you know, Encyclopedia Britannica, big volumes, and they were all spread throughout the room. Then the disciple asked, why God, to read all these books, it will take whole lifetime. Swami said, what do you say? I have already finished 10 volumes, only few days back they have arrived. Already I have finished 10 volumes, and now I am reading the 11th volume. Huh? You have finished 10 volumes within few days? Impossible, I can't believe. Swami said, you don't believe? Okay. From these first 10 volumes, you ask any question you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions. And Swamiji replied all the questions and correct replies. Sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was very much astonished. Swamiji, this is a miracle. Swamiji said, this is not a miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. If your concentration of mind, 10-hour study can be done in 1 hour. 10-hour reading can be done in 1 hour. Sometimes the student asks me, sir, Swamiji, how is it possible? 10 hours study in 1 hour? I said it's possible because at present we are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. किताब हाथ में ले लिया, आँख कहाँ है? किताब में। मन कहाँ है? अच्छा, वो टीवी में देखा कल, वो हीरो जा रहा था विलियन के पीछे उस रास्ते से, वो दूसरे रास्ते तो जल्दी पकड़ता, अरे तू किस रास्ते जा रहा था देख, कितना पेज हो गया, अरे मैं क्या कर रहा था, ये कहाँ से हीरो विलियन आ गया, है ना? और नहीं तो दिखा, किताब लिया ज्योग्राफी का, इंडियन का मैप नहीं दिख रहा, क्या दिख रहा है? विलेन खड़ा है बंदूक लेकर, क्योंकि 4 घंटा वही देखा. At present, we are not focused, we are not having concentration, so we are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. And when you get concentration, we will be able to finish 10-hour study in 1 hour. So focusing is very important. And when you, that is why I said, one boy said, I told him that you see